Hello, BookTube. I'm back with another Paperback Parade video. This was created by Brandy at the Bookclectic. I'll leave her channel link down at the bottom, plus her inaugural video for this. And it's to celebrate the Massmarket paperback. I mistakenly said it was only science fiction in the previous video, but actually it's all Massmarket paperbacks. It's more the artwork rather than the contents. So we're celebrating the artist and the artwork on the covers. And she has defined it for any books that are pre-1990, so up till 1989. And I've already done a video for an artist. Most of mine are going to be confined to A.E. Van Vogt and Clifford Simak, and the same as today. Now, I've got a few other covers of this artist. He did magazine covers as well. But the one that popped into my mind was, this is 19, let me just check the date here. 1967. This is the second printing of Cosmic Engineers by Clifford Simak, and the cover artist, is Jack Gaughan. He was born, let me just look at my notes here, John Brian Francis Gaughan, but went under the name of Jack. He was born September 24th, 1930, and he died July 21st, 1985. He began illustrating as a student, and he became a full-time illustrator in the 50s. And he became director, art director at Galaxy magazine under Jacobson from 69 to 72. He basically did most of the covers during that time. And he also did a lot of the interior work. He did a lot, almost everything for it. And he just, dozens and dozens of covers, other magazines as well. And he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2015, posthumously. But since 1986, the New England Science Fiction Association has a Jack Gaughan Award for emerging science fiction illustrators. And he also illustrated the first sort of paperback, or it wasn't authorized paperback, of Lord of the Rings. And let me see if I can get a better, oh, there we go. There's a triptych of them. And he, just literally dozens of other magazines. There are If magazine there, kind of a weird sort of ant-like creature, like almost. I'm sure I've read Rita's War, and I'm sure that's what the cover is for that as well. Fantasy, the magazine of fantasy and science fiction. Things drive me nuts because it's so sensitive. And there's another magazine of fantasy and science fiction. A little odd to the shape of the body, but interesting. This one I do have, but I couldn't find it. It's got a Clifford Simak story in, as well as Isaac Asimov's Galaxy from 1957. I really like that cover. I do have that somewhere. Another Galaxy science fiction from 1957. Another magazine of fantasy and science fiction. A later analog cover. He is somebody that you probably would recognize, but never know the name, because, as I say, anytime for a science fiction, definitely most of the time they did not credit the artist. Now, I've got a few other ones. I've got a couple others here that I own. A.E. Van Vogt. There is The Silky, which was published This is a ace book. It does say Jack Gaughan as artist, 1969. The Silky. That's a really cool cover. And then we've got The Proxy, Intelligence, and Other Mindbenders by A.E. Van Vogt, which is a little, like, he does do different styles. This is 1971 Paperback Library. As you can see, it's quite different from The Silky. And then also different from Cosmic Engineers. However, there is another one that I couldn't find it. Let me see if I can. I downloaded. There we go. This one sort of reminds me of it, of the Clifford Simak one, to a certain extent. But this is the 200 million AD, original title, The Book of Ta. Now, there's other ones he's done, Time and Again by Clifford Simak. I used to have this Ace book. I've turned down the... It's right down the brightness, but it still seems to be too bright. There we go, that's a little better. And one that I've always wanted to get, but I could never get it. It's the it's an Ace novelization that was done in 1963, Thea von Harbough's Metropolis, and I've always really, really liked that cover, but I've never been able to find it. I haven't looked for it for years and years, but yeah, it is something that I would love to have. He did the whole series of E. Doc Smith's Lensman and Skylark. You can see the robots are similar to, like, a lot of artists have similar type shapes for certain things in robots. And there's The Legion of Time by Jack Williamson, which is really cool as well. It's a good it's a good book as well. And yeah, and there's actually, in 2010, there was a book that was put out about his life and his art by Luis Ortiz. It's called Outermost, the Art and Life of Jack Gaughan. And there's the cover of it there. I think it's out of print now. But yeah, that is volume 2 of Paperback Parade. And I'm going to continue doing this, but again, it will be, for the most part, Clifford Simak and, or at least the ones that I show, because those are the ones I have, and A.E. Van Vogt. But I will talk about the artist and other things the artist have, the other books the artist has illustrated as well. Anyway, thank you very much, BookTube. I'll see you next time.